Dr. Holly Lucille is a nationally recognized and licensed naturopathic doctor, educator, natural products consultant, and television host. She is also author of Creating and Maintaining Balance, a women's guide to safe, natural hormone health. We caught up with Dr. Holly in her beautiful Los Angeles home, where we discussed her philosophies on healthy living, made some of her favorite dishes and smoothies, and talked about what the future holds for this healthy living aficionado.
Okay, there are many different systems of medicine out there, and I've always said I think there's value in all of them. So traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, allopathic medicine, that's our conventional Western medicine. I'm a naturopathic doctor.
Okay.
So our bodies have an innate ability to heal. And if there's something going on, if people are symptomatic, what's in the way of the body healing? Where are there obstacles to cure, okay? There's a heck of a lot that we can do to get closer to people's healthcare goals and desires before drugs and surgery. Clinical nutrition, food is medicine.
Right.
So using nutrients at optimal dosage, medical nutrition.
And a lot less side effects.
Yes, it has.
We just got involved in that little change of pace, didn't we, with all the new technology. And sometimes, you know, you become dependent on technology. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah.
Well, I think for the most part, you can use this new technology for good or evil. Let's say screening tests or some of this genetic testing that can be done.
Sure.
A lot of times, you know, the body is working, and if you test at a time where, let's say there's a couple cancer cells that are there that the body hasn't actually gotten
right, or eliminated or
right, and get on top of and do its job, then there's a diagnosis that propagated, right? And then
yeah.
people say, oh, I have cancer. Instead of,
right,
my body is vital, I'm nourishing it appropriately, it's
right.
doing exactly what it needs to do every single day, every single moment to help me stay well. And then we're into sort of a diagnosis, and people get into trouble with that because if you're only following conventional medicine, usually there's a treatment protocol. And I'm in the business of actually treating with patient-centered care, not protocol-oriented care.
Gotcha.
So everybody is different, everybody's individual. I empty my cup and I take a listen to that story.
Dr. Holly's approach is quite different than most doctors. Her patient-centric method focuses on each person as a unique case, and she can't stress enough the importance of avoiding so-called convenient foods.
It's nutritionally valueless.
Right.
And when we talk about nutrients, you know, I used to hate the word diet because I felt like it was very connotative, right?
Right.
This diet, that diet, I'm on a diet, etc. But when you look it up in the dictionary, it actually means habitual nourishment.
Right.
How do you, as a habit, nourish yourself? And nourishment is nutrients. And guess what? Vitamins and minerals, those are nutrients. Enzymes, antioxidants, they are what drive your biochemistry. It is gas in our tank. It's how we live, it's how we thrive. And when we grab convenience food that's nutritionally valueless,
Right.
forget about it.
There's no repair. There's no rebuilding.
There's no rebuilding.
There's no energy.
There's no fuel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have something today. You have two things for us today, and they look very colorful.
Yes.
We like color, right?
Color is cool,
Yeah, it
especially
really
when we're
is.
talking about health.
Absolutely. We eat with our eyes a lot of times, don't we?
You know, it's funny because people think digestion starts in the mouth with chewing, which is very important. But if food is appealing, it actually, there's a cephalic stage of digestion that starts in your eyes and your nose because you can smell it, you can see it, and those digestive juices start to,
Well, people don't realize that their gut is the center of their emotions as well. I mean,
it's the second brain.
that's the second brain.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, what 5% of serotonin is made in the brain? 95%?
That's right.
Right here
Pretty
in the
big
gut.
deal.
Pretty big deal.
Pretty big deal. So
Yeah.
what do we have today? We looks good.
So we use food as medicine because there's so many out of our control, our ever increasingly toxic environment, our chronic modern day stressors. When we use food as medicine, food is something that is in our control. And you want to talk about convenience food? Take a look at how easy this is.
Well, nothing exotic at all.
No, it's not a whole heck of a lot of time or energy to grab some spinach, right? I
Okay.
usually use frozen blueberries because when you're making a shake or something, that frozen part makes
it sweeter.
Sweeter,
Yeah.
and also just, it's kind of like a shake, like
Yeah,
a
it is.
milkshake. Same thing, you can freeze any fruit. These are bananas. Take some almonds. These are flax seeds, so those good omega-3s, and you can put anything in there. I use absolutely anything.
One little water.
A little bit of water. It doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be coconut water. It could be.
That'd be yummy.
Exactly. So that took about 20 seconds
Yeah,
to throw
20 seconds, pretty much.
fresh, organic ingredients. Take control over what you put in your body.
Wow, that thing works really well.
Absolutely. So you've got phytonutrient, so phyto meaning plant,
right.
Colors, polyphenols, you've got fiber, you've got chlorophyll, you've got flavonoids, antioxidants, good fats. Take a drink.
And it smells great.
And it smells great. You've got protein, carbohydrates, fat. You could take
and it tastes great.
Great.
Yeah.
And this is the deposits that we need to get out of debt with our health because it's in our control. We're using food as medicine.
Dr. Holly is quite ambitious in spreading the word on healthy living. She hosts Mindful Medicine, the Dr. Holly Lucille Show, a radio program that airs on Radio MD.
Because, quite honestly, when it comes to health, it isn't rocket science. Now, sometimes the devil is in the details, and we're going to tease those things out, but for the most part, it ain't rocket science, and we're going to teach you how to stay well. 'Cause that's
And in 2012, she launched her own talk show on the Viera Living Network, Myth Defying with Dr. Holly, where she tackles some of today's biggest healthy living myths, which she just so happened to gracefully share with us during our visit.
I would get crazy about all of the different health myths that are out there. So like acai makes you skinny. And then consumers, right, would run to their stores, grab the acai, and guess what? Obesity is still on the rise.
Right.
And so we made a talk show around it. So we, hey, what are superfoods? We used a lot of superfoods today. They're simply, superfoods are basically identified as how much nutrients per calorie, right? So there's this awesome thing called the ANDI score. It's Aggregate Nutrient Density Index.
Okay.
Like kale is at 1,000. It tops the ANDI score. Coke would be like at a 1.
Yeah,
Not a lot of
that's
nutrients,
okay.
right, per calorie. A salad. There are so many grocery stores that make it easy. When you're going to the grocery store, just shop on the perimeter for the most part.
I've heard that a lot.
It's right.
Yes.
It's where the colors are. It's where those real whole foods are. Throw in these colors.
And the colors are, you've got the peppers here.
Yeah, peppers.
You've got yellow
completely
and
high in vitamin C, actually higher than oranges. And people don't understand
and not all
that.
the sugar.
And not all the sugar. They've got fiber and they've got the water. Some pomegranates, absolutely anything. Now dressing. People get in trouble with salad dressing because usually there's a lot of calories, additives, bad fats. This is a little bit of olive oil with some sea salt and pepper, crushed
and you
garlic.
use real salt, right?
Exactly. And
the difference, guys.
Yeah, it looks like the bottom of a river bed.
Because it is.
Yeah, because it is, exactly.
Cool.
It's not bleached in any way, shape, or form. Little shot of Tabasco in here. That's all there is to it with some garlic. Tastes amazing. Over kale, green spinach.
Oh yeah.
This is the Information Society. Sometimes I think it's the Misinformation Society. I want to be in the business of facilitating understanding because when people get better, they feel better. And when we feel better, we do better. And that is something that trickles throughout our family, then into our community, and then, as I think it's your hope as well, out into the rest of the world.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming over and chatting. I mean, I love talking to folks like you that we get a little head nods in because we're on the same page and we just want people to be better.
That's how I live my life, and I get the results, and I'm not going to stop, and I want to share it with others.
It's showing.
And thank you so much for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to
enjoy.